Hey guys, so now I'm finally ready to explore this city, and then today I will have a lot to see actually. So the first one that I'll be visiting is Ozu Castle, which is a symbol of this city, and then after that I will probably have lunch somewhere around there, and then later on I will be visiting Garyu Sanso, which is historical building with a great garden, and I'm really looking forward to seeing that. And lastly, at night I will be joining the cormorant fishing, which is also like one of the traditions that has been done many years in this Ozu city. So well, yeah, let's get deep inside the city. So today it's actually very hot. The temperature is 28, and then also like the humidity is 63%. So yeah, it's like pretty much summer. So I was thinking of going to visiting like to this castle from this ryokan by walk, which is not too far, but it's so hot. So I changed my mind to drive the car since there's a parking spot around the castle. So let's go. Hey, so I just came to this parking spot, but I realized that it cost fee every hour. So I decided, like from the ryokan, it was like 1 minute walk to this parking spot. So there's no need to drive the car. Then here you see the castle right in front of this, behind this parking spot, and then here are the people walking ahead of me. I think it's a group tour or something, and then. Yeah, all this is like a bathroom, but it's looks like a part of the castle. And then so here's also a good guide. You just follow the guide, and then yeah. So yeah, those are the places worth visiting around the castle. And now I'm just right here. And then on the castle, what's that? So that's like the guide for this castle, the whole place. And yeah, let's get closer look. All right. So this castle was actually built 20 years ago with the help of the like donations made by the citizens in the city, and then so it's one of the rare castles that was rebuilt, which I heard in a cafe by the lady who was sitting next to me. So there was like a blueprint, or like a, how do you say, model of the castle, of the what it was built at the first place, and without that people cannot rebuild. But actually that blueprint was found in someone's house, like in like Yaneura. It was something, it was hidden, or just it just came out from somebody's house, and then so based on that people rebuilt this castle. That's what I heard. And yeah, it looks like so all these how do you say this, it says Nipponia Hotel, and all these kominka, like all very old Japanese style buildings, were actually utilized as hotels right now. You can stay one night about from around 12 to 2만 yen to up to like 5-6만 yen. So that's very luxurious stay. You can eat really good food and dinner and the breakfast, and then I think like the inside is very updated in a modern style, I think. Of course leaving like the essences of the older style building. Okay, so now I'm using an umbrella. It's a normal one, not like a higasa. It's not like the umbrella designed to avoid the sunlight, but no one cares. I guess. Yeah, and I don't have that, so I'm just using like the normal one. Right, nice. Yeah, castles really stands out, with the blue sky, I think. I really like it. Okay, let's stop the recording just shortly. So it says that they are having many events right now, and then so they are selling like memorial products, which is like limited number for this restoration of this castle. Like, so it says it's been 20 years since it was restored, and also they are doing what I caught my eye is that at the bottom it says 記念特別ガチャガチャ実施, so it's like they are doing like a gachapon for this castle, the restoration, which is really interesting. Let's try it later. Okay. So here's, I think, a cafe, I guess. Yeah, no one's, I don't think it's open. Gomonban Nagaya. So this one was also featured in the one of the popular movies in Japan called Tokuwatsurayo. It's like a man so having a hard time, something like that. And then Torajiro Totonsama. So that was featured in in the film as well. Interesting. Okay. Wow. Let's see. I'm so glad that I bought this camera, Osmo Pocket, because if you are traveling and vlogging by your iPhone, you use a lot of battery, by vlogging, right? And then, but iPhone, you need to use it not only for vlogging, but also checking the locations and searching about the places. So a lot about that stuff. So I need to keep the battery always. And then considering that, I can thoroughly use this one, Osmo Pocket 3 for vlogging, which is really good, I guess. And then one of the best parts I really like is that you can just by just clicking the button, you can rotate the camera so that you don't have to sweep your hands back and forth, which is really good. So I'm sweating pretty much. Okay, let's go back to what I'm seeing. So now it's a Kuragarimon, it's like a site of Kuragarimon Gate. And it says that this stone wall was unearthed during excavation, and then so it said that this is up to Tenshu. This is the last gate. So it was the biggest one. So here there must be the gate, or maybe here. Yeah, you don't see it right now, but yeah, it's a ato. So Kuragarimon ato. So there was a gate around here. Yeah. Okay. Finally got to this Ozu Castle. I'd like to see what is written there. So it's Kato Sadayasuko Kenshohi. So the Ozu clan, Ozu Han, the domain, Han domain of this Ozu City is called, it was ruled by the House of Katoke. And then that was, I think it was as large as Uwajima Han. Yeah, Uwajima Han was 10 mangoku, and this one was 9 mangoku, I guess. So let's see. I'll get the more accurate and then detailed information here. 入り口はこちらです。Oh, nice. So here you get the ticket for the 3 places that was visiting. So this castle and then Garyu Sanso, that's the place I'm going to visit today. And then also Bansenso. I don't know which one. That one, but it sounds fine, but I don't know really if I should visit or not. Okay, so this castle is open from 9 to 5 p.m. and then it costs you about 550 yen for adult, and then 220 yen for kid. So yeah, if you are visiting only castle and the Garyu Sanso, that's gonna cost you 880 yen, which is a little bit cheaper than buying each of them. So I should buy that, I guess. Okay, that's right. So that's the entrance. Did I record? Yeah, that's the castle, and it's the entrance. Okay, here is the inside, and it's the ceiling. And I actually have just had a conversation with a person at the entrance, and he told me a lot about this castle. So yeah, I'll just briefly, I'll share with you a little by little. And then this is like a drawing by the very famous comic writer Matsumoto Reiji-san, who is really famous for his works like Ginga Tetsudo 39. That's like a very popular animation and the comic, and then this is like a very famous female character of the work. And so inside you cannot eat, drink stuff. And then actually I've got this pamphlet of the castle, and also this special bookmark that was published, as a memorial good to celebrate the restoration of this castle, after 20 years. And then I just got a ticket like this. So it's like, all castle and then the Garyu Sanso, where I'm going later. So this castle was actually first built during Kamakura period, which was 1331, so 14th century. And then after that, so many daimyos have lived here. And then since the Edo period, it was ruled by this Katoke. And then through 13 generations, they were the the owner of this castle. And then so actually at the Meiji period, at the beginning of the 20th century, before the 20th century, 1888, the tension of this castle was actually, deconstructed because it got too old. So yeah, and then but after that, people here wanted to rebuild, and then 20 years ago, finally, it was decided to restore, because they have found like the model, which is like the size of 1/3 of this one, about the 1/3 of this one, and also they've got like the picture taken from that you can see like how that looks from outside, so that for this model, the people like special skills to like carpenters for building castles, they can understand the structure inside, and then through the picture they can see how that looks like. And then so with these materials, so like the city has decided to restore the castle, spending about 13 oku yen. Yeah, that's a lot of money, right? And then yeah, so what's really rare about this castle is that so there are many castles actually in Japan that have been restored, but this one is like a rare one, which was rebuilt as a wooden castle. So that's like that's not many actually. And then so like the people, there was like a idea to restore this castle with like tekkin, like with steel. But people here want to have like an wooden one because that's like more authentic to the ones that was used to be here. So and then the person who built it, restore, like the carpenters, he said that with the materials like the picture and the model, he was sure that it's possible to restore the castle even if it's wooden castle. Okay, wow, it's huge tree trunk. And so what's also very special about this castle is that you can actually stay inside the castle, And then now in Japan, there are several castles that you can stay, but this is actually the first castle which started, letting people stay inside the castle. But this is the only one that people let stay inside the tenshu, so that's like a real case. And then here's like the history. And then it costs you about 130 man yen for one night, which is really special, right? But you can, have a lot of like a special treatment. For example, so when you are staying here, so you are welcomed by a horror guy, how to say it? It's like a big scallop that was used as like an instrument to, make a sound during the battle, during the Edo period, wartime. And then that, makes you feel like you are really like one of those daimyos, having a feeling of special treatment. It's interesting that, so here you see like the names of the people who have donated more than 10万yen. Oh yeah, no, it's like 1万円以上、5万円以上、50万か。Sorry, not 1万。10万、50万、100万円。Wow. 300万円、1000万円、わお、すごいね、1000万円以上。Wow, so many people. And then those are the, companies that have, donated for this. And I guess, probably those trees are was used to rebuild this castle. Yeah, I forgot to mention it. Okay, it's like an introduction of this castle for 5 minutes. I'm gonna watch it and then explain what it was. So these are the pictures actually used to restore this castle. So it tells how it looked like, and at the time before it was deconstructed. And then so this one is like a tension hinagata, so like a model that was built, that was created during the Edo period. And then they, after they decide to restore the castle, they have started using all these trees inside the city. And then, wow, interesting. Okay. Kigumi, so they don't use like a screw. And then so they connect the woods by just combining with the creating the shapes that fit each other. That's like special skills by the carpenters, I think. Okay, just add a little information about this, donation. So, like the donation, the total amount donated by the citizens were like a gokuen, and then the total cost for building the castle is like a 16 gokuen. So yeah, that's how it was like. And then this is like a diorama, and then so it's like trying to reproduce the scenes of when the people building castle, like the original castle. People like falling. it's interesting. Yeah. So okay, that's the inside. Wow. すごいね。Nice armors. Wow. Okay, you got to go to like on the left side. Wow. Wow. Hari is like a wooden structural beam, yeah. So altogether, 99 hari, these structural beams were used, and then 12 for like, Yagura. It's like so huge. Just one hinoki and hari is like this size, and then all of them are like 350 years, old. Wow, すごいね。本丸の通り。監獄所。It's like a prison. Wow. Which was there. Right, yeah. Interesting. So like the higher you get, the like a stair, the steeper the stair gets. So this one is really steep actually. So if you're coming, be careful. Wow, what's the angle? It looks so steep. Maybe I shouldn't record like this. So this is also interesting. So like wooden pillars for the third floor, those are all provided by the citizens in the city, and then it's records like where that wood was coming from, and also with the name who provided it. So it's really I can see how much they are trying to keep a record of this castle, like this tenshu was restored with the help with the citizens, the corporation. So it's in that sense I think it's interesting. Wow. It's like, so I'm going up to at the top of the tenshu. Wow, this is so steep, and I'm not really sure if one can easily go down. I think going up is still fine, but going down would be a little more scary, I guess. Okay, well, now I'm at the top. Oh, good wind, feels good. And you can see the city. So that's probably like a Hijikawa. Can you see? Sorry, I'll show you this way. So that river is called Hijikawa, I think, and then it's like one also like the symbol of this Ozu City. So and then so this Ozu-han, like the Ozu area, has developed with the blessings from this river. And then I've heard one thing that so there are many cities with rivers, but so there's not that many cities where river runs flows into the center of the city, so which is really rare. And then I think it's nice to have the river coming to this inside this view. You also see like a city area and also like the river together, which I think is very nice. And then with that river, people can grow things with when the land gets more fertile, and then when they can grow products like rice and many vegetables, and then this river also helps to make a trade with other places, and then that can bring a wealth to the city. Then it's which also going to help having unique culture and tradition, I think. So that's why this Ozu City has developed, and then having like a distinctive like a Jokamachi, like a castle street, and then where it was also called as a Sho Kyoto. It's like a little Kyoto, because it has very like Japanese style culture, and then many shokunin, like people with special skills to make crafts. So that's I've learned so far with the river and the city. It's like a Shachihoko. So this is placed at the top of the castle, just to, how do you say? 日よけのまじないとして建物. So this is to, it's believed that they ward off lightning strikes and fires. Wow, see these, like thick wooden pillars. Yeah, that one. That's awesome.
これがこれだから国に提出したってことですか、これが事業。
っていうかこの大洲城の転職期限っていうのが、市がやった事業ですので、お金の面で言えば、言ったらどういった予算で、どこからどういう予算を取って、作ったかとかの報告もありますし、その木造復元っていう事業自体、そのやり方っていうのがなんていうんですか、伝統文化的な点で保存、継承していくっていう点でも、非常に貴重な機会ですので、そういうのを文章でまとめたっていうのが、この復元事業の特徴ですね。
なるほど。
So as you just saw, like the text, like the thick one. So I just share like the first page of the book, and then it was like a reporting document which was created by this city council and like the sightseeing division, and then they piled up everything about this castle, how it was restored, and then all the releases, like news releases, and then pictures, all that kind of stuff. And then one thing I got to know as a new thing was that so this so Tench was deconstructed during the Meiji period, and but after that people here wanted to restore someday. So there was like a ground movement among the citizens that want to rebuild someday again, and then so that they are keeping a record of like how it was the castle was like. And then 20 years ago, which was like the memorial year of the 5th year memorial year of this city was when city started, or like city council was established. So and then that's how they decided to restore this castle. And also usually this according to like the normal construction law in Japan, you can't build wooden buildings with like 4 stories. You can't do it like more than four stories. But if you make it like as a how do you say, something culturally important thing, that can be an exception. So that's why they also one of the reasons why they decided to restore this castle. Okay, that was like a new information. And then lastly, I want to do like this gachapon. Oh wait, it's a 500 yen, but I think it's nice to try, I guess. Gacha gacha dainidan, Ozu gacha. So you can get like a shachihoko and then some other stuff. I wonder what I'm gonna get. Okay, let's try. If you wanna try, you need this 500 yen coin. Okay, let's try. Oh, なんだろう。あれだけ。So I got this. What is this? I have no idea about this thing. Oh yeah, here's a description. Tentomushi. So this is what I've got. So it's like a magnet of the drawings of a ladybug. That's a little cute one. And then the explanation said that there was actually this kind of marks on these pillars in this tenshu, which was created by the carpenters with kind of like a playful mind. I have no energy anymore to look for it, but glad to have it. Yeah. So here they have like a stamps that is to designed to have like 100 selected. So this castle is selected as one of those 100 best castles in Japan, and then so all those places have this like the stamps. And then I don't have the book for that, but you can get it in the bookstore. And then this is the stamp that I just got.
What you film here? Just the food?
Oh yeah, food. Yeah,
Wow.
the food I eat.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have now travel companies from Switzerland and Taiwan, whom I met in the castle. I haven't asked if it's okay to shoot them, so I just keep it to the food. So anyway, I've got this Tonkurimabushi. It's like a mix of rice and pork and chestnut. Yeah, it looks very good actually. Okay, and here's I don't know, miso soup maybe. Okay. All right.
Of Canada.
So I've just
Canada
realized
is so
that
funny.
so they have like a dashi, so you can pour that, to make it like ochazuke after eating some certain amount of this rice. Yeah, I'll try that.
French is the most.
So I am touring a city with two great companies. Say hi. Please say hi. Oh, this is a restaurant I went to yesterday.
Okay.
So they also have like a local, how to say, local food.
Okay.
Yeah, it was nice.
It doesn't seem like a restaurant now when you saw it.
I know they are using like a old house. Yeah.
Oh wow,
It's been built more than 100 years ago, they said. So I'm going to take a look at the inside of this Nipponia Hotel, which I wanted to stay, but I gave up. お邪魔します。すごい。
階段上のお部屋が今一般で。
ありがとうございます。So everything you can take a picture and the videos here. So this project, I think, business project to utilize all the Japanese style, houses for the hotels, it's been done by VMG Group, which is a company revitalize all the Japanese cities, I think. Wow. I think there you take off your shoes, I think. Oh.
We can see. No? What do you think?
Feels so good actually. Wow, it's very, very nice sink and then toilet and bathroom. Wow, did you see it? Sorry, I'm not very yet used to, using this camera, I think. Wow. It's like where it's like an office kind of. Yeah, it's a desk. And chair. Nice stand. Art. Oh wow. So that's the room you can stay. I mean, probably this is like a showroom. So there's like other. I think I passed next to the castle. There was like this, hotel. So that's like beds, looking really nice. Wow. Oh, nice room. So this is the one that I've seen on the TV that talks about Ozu City, and then that's they are selected as the top number one during the list of green destinations in the world, and then 2 years in a row. And then like these, so these are the one activity actually, this project to utilize the old Japanese style houses as hotels, but many other projects are going on to, how to say, preserve the historical tradition and then culture here. Then, as a result, they were selected as number one. So that's really interesting. There's so many like interesting shops on this Ozu City. So there we go this way. Let me check. Garyu Sanso, and then we are heading from the Asamuya station, and then it takes about less than 5 minutes to walk. So you kind of start walking up to it's not a mountain, it's like a little bit of like a hill, and then it probably takes a few more minutes to get there. Okay, finally I've arrived. 重要文化財 Yeah, it says it's important cultural heritage. Wow, so just right in front of this place there's a river running, and then so this is the entrance. Okay. And here's the guide. So it's open from 9 to 5 o'clock p.m. but you can't enter only until 4:30, and you pay 550 yen for an adult. Wow. So this Garyu Sanso was created by a person whose name is Kawachi Torajo, who is a tradesman and made wealth through his business, and then he wanted to spend a peaceful time in his retirement, and then he started planning about building this place, taking 10 years, spending his money and then also time asking the carpenters in this Ozu City. Then based on the designs of the beautiful popular garden and the temples in Kyoto, and then so Garyu means like dragon, sleeping dragon, and then it was coming from the name of this mountain where this Garyu Sanso is built upon, and then which that mountain is called Horai-san, and then that Horai-san is called as Garyu by the third generation of this Katoke in this Ozu-han, and then so they call this place as Garyu, so that's why, and then this place is called Garyu Sanso right now. And then so this main building where I'm in is called Garyu Inn. Then this one has a how to say kayabuki-yane, like how do you call it? The pronunciation is so difficult for me. Thatchet roof, and the house with a thatchet roof. Then so this one pretty much looks like kind of like a feeling of a farm, no kafu, no outlook. Yeah. And then the room I'm now in is called Kagetsunoma. So this one is like Kagetsu means like fog and moon. So this Kagetsu, the fog, is represented by this, how do you say, tana, wooden, how do you say, I forgot tana. I forgot how to put it in English. So this one isn't like just a flat. It's like three has stages like fog, and then also this window like a rounded shape is representing the moon, and then you can also see like a light. It's like the color is a kind of like a gradient from center to the outward. It's getting darker, so I think it looks like a moon pretty much. And here also, since this is like a room of night, you see like this one is like the part handle of this shoji is having a design of Batman, but Komori. I really like it actually. Yeah. And going to the different room. So here he's the drawing of this Kawachi Torajo, who person who created this place. And then here is what's that? Seisui no ma. So the theme of this room is like water. So for example, here they are using like a material called Fuji no hana on the ceiling that makes this, how do you say, なんか sushi, so makes it feel like it's cooler. Yeah, I heard that. That's that doing that has that kind of function. And then also here you see all these designs looking like kind of like a transparent, so making you feel like how to say, making you feel like it's cooler, like sushi feeling. Yeah, nice. I guess, and also these designs also trying to looking to have a feel of water, like a flowing. Yeah, that's the picture of the in autumn of this Garyu Sanso. Looks really good. And lastly, this is the third main room. It's called Ishinoma. So this is like the, how do you say, kind of like the space is the biggest one of among these three rooms. And then here you see like a kakejiku. And also this place, if you, I would say, lift up all these tatamis, the description says that this can be like a stage for like a Japanese style play. And then here also under the tatami, there are actually bases to make the sound better. Here, for that purpose, they have put in the bases under this tatami, which I think is very interesting. Okay, that's a short guide of this place inside of this Garyu. It's really worth seeing, I think. And then this place actually was selected as one of the, what's that? Michelin Green Guide Japan. It has got 1 star, yeah, among the list in 2011. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's a must-visit place, I think, if you are visiting Ozu. All right. So from here, you can also see the gardens. Let's get inside. Okay. Wow. Nice views. Whoa. Oh. Wow, such nice vegetation. Here's also probably a tea house, I think. Here, wow, looks nice, and it's the exterior. So that's also a karabuki yane, yeah, which I saw in where is it? It's okay, Yasuhara town, yeah. In Kochi. Nice. Oh, I like this moss area. Beautiful. I feel like you are walking, how to say, in a pond or like a river, as if these stones are made as bridge. Oops. なんだろう、千獣道 It means like dragon is going down. かつて氷室として使われて、氷室とはso this is like used as a storage of ice. Wow, interesting. Wow, this house is called Flowan. It's such a photogenic one. Do you see those river through the no, not the windows, like a shoji, and that's very beautiful. And also with this, I don't know what it stands for, but it's a huge drawing. I don't know, it's like a wall, but at the top, like the ceiling is made out of I don't know, I guess it's a type of wood or bamboo maybe. Yeah, that's very gives you a very kind and gentle atmosphere inside this space. Yeah, and also here you see this lantern with the green trees, nice looking trees behind it. Everywhere you take a photo, it looks really photogenic, I think. Yeah. Oh, so nice. Hey guys, so I've just done with exploring the city and the castle and the Garyu Sanso, and then both of them are really good. Yeah, I loved it, and then explored a little bit in the city area as well. I'm in the Jokamachi, and then seeing a lot of many old style Japanese houses, and then also nice cafes and then stores also. And now it's past 5 o'clock, and then started raining. It's like a yudachi, since this Ozu City is like in the Bonchi. It's like a depth of the mountains. It's surrounded by mountains, so that's where we call it Bonchi. So like the weather can be very fluctuating, like easy to change. So now it's going to be really heavy rain. So I'm wondering if the ukai thing is going to be done today under this weather. So I don't know if it's gonna be cancelled or not, but let's wait. I got to be here at this Asamoya station at 6 o'clock. So, well, let's see, right? Gaijōを漕ぎ出る船に座水せば、テント一つに行く心地なれ。海上を漕ぎ出る船に座水せば、テント一つに行く心地なれ。Perched on the cliff's edge, in a boat setting sail, I drift into slumber, becoming one with the heaven, transcending the time. Perched on the cliff's edge, in a boat setting sail, I drift into slumber, becoming one with the heaven, transcending the time.